Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. I want to talk to you about why is it that you don't get your crush? Why is it that you won't attract the girl that you so are kind to and pay attention to, so much in love with, and I want to dedicate your life and your emotions to her. And you're so good in every way. You're a good man, you're a good person, you do your best in everything in your life, you're conscientious, you're fair, you're responsible, you're reliable, you're accountable. But still, with the amount of love and attention and commitment that you show to the girl that you're interested in, you see her going away. You see her increasing her distance with you and is not attracted to you as much as you are attracted to her. And you feel these are the ingredients that you should use in order to attract her to you and to the relationship. So let's talk about these certain reasons. And the reason is that in our mind, we are protectors. We love women. It is engraved in our gene as a heterosexual male to love and pay attention to women. And you feel that women should be protected, respected, provided for, cared for, paid attention to, and so all that. And these are all fine, and these are absolutely correct. However, in the eyes of the woman, to get her is not to be so agreeable to her, to be so attentive to her, to show unconditional love to her, and to throw ourselves at her feet or at everything that she wants and desires, and thinking that this attention and love and emotion and care and kindness is the ingredient that she's looking for to be attracted to you. That is what you think through loving her, she would be satisfied and would be convinced that you love her, and you think she would love the one that she's convinced that he is loving her. That's not what she's really looking for, just to be sure that somebody loves her. Because in most part, not all, in most part, most women are not so confident. When they see that you're showing so much attention to her, love and commitment to her, she feels, why is that? Because she doesn't have enough confidence to herself to believe that she actually worth that much and she should desire and expect that much. But when she gets it, while she does expect that, she desires that, and that's one of her prerequisites. But when she gets it, she questions, why am I getting that? Because in reality, she says, I know I'm not that great in everything. I don't have my life really all together. I'm not really that hot, she says. Why is it that this guy is so committed to me and so much love and kindness and attention towards me? While all along, she's been looking for someone to offer that kind of an attention and emotion. But when she gets it, she questions, why am I getting it? And maybe the reason that I'm getting it, because this guy is so desperate. And this guy can't get someone as hot as I am, even though she thinks she's not that hot. These questions makes her feel that you're not good enough for her. So thinking that you can attract and get your crush through showing unconditional love is not always correct. Women are looking for someone that they can rely on. They can put their head on their shoulder, that they can lean on. If they see you're so needy of her, that your whole life depends on her being in your life, the whole trophy of your life is her, your aspiration and the end results of the biggest accomplishment of life is her, she wouldn't think of you as someone that she can rely on, lean on, and be protected by, because she finds you emotionally vulnerable and weak, while she's looking for a rock that she can lean on if she has problems, if she needs someone to lean on, if she needs support. And that's not, the way you represent yourself is not the way that she thinks such a rock would look like that. So make sure that you would be available to her in moderation, as much as it's needed to let her know that you're there. But more than that, it translates to her that you're in need of her in your life to feel comfortable and confident. And that's not what she's looking for. She wants to see an independent man that pays attention to her when she needs it. And yet he has his own life on the side, independent of her. If your whole life turns out to be her, she says, if I am his whole life, and I know my life is not really that exciting or that perfect, then he really misses the whole idea of accomplishments in life. So, make sure that your attention and love and emotions toward her is measured. It's offered when it's needed, because when you offer something for nothing, they would think that's exactly what its worth is, nothing. But if they ask for it or expect it in a certain way that you can become aware of it, they would appreciate it as something that you did for them, something that they wanted and you provided, and that has a lot greater value than you just keep offering it without having been asked. And in regards to other reasons why you don't get your crush, or you don't get the kind of attention and appreciation that you are offering to your girlfriend or to the woman of your interest, is because you have not realized where does the value and this infatuation with your chosen woman lies. You think the reason you're so infatuated and in love with that woman is nothing but her. But you forget that the love that you have to pursue that woman, and the reason that you want that woman so badly in your life, you're obsessed with her, is not because you really love her, because you don't know her. How could you love a woman when you don't know her? You can see someone in the street, she's all dewed up and all that, she looks gorgeous, and you think you're in love. But how can you love her where love takes place in the consciousness level, and you haven't even had a chance to get to know her, let alone know how her consciousness or the content of her consciousness is? So the compatibility between the two consciousness, yours and hers, in the long run would create the love. That's where the love takes place. What you actually experience at the outset is lust. But mostly make a mistake and thinking lust is love. And they go from there, and that's why the relationship ends up being based on really something that is passive. Like the lust will eventually become less and less when you guys become intimate for a longer time. And therefore you see that the foundation that you build your relationship is really not that solid. Where if it was built on the contents of the consciousness and compatibility on the conscious level, you would have found yourself in a very stable and well situated with a good foundation of a relationship. So let's examine, where is this power that drives you so emphatically towards having an opportunity just to get to know her and fall in love with her and offer her the world that you wish to offer her. That's not because you know her. That's not because you know her characteristics. That's not because you know her values. You just met her and she's beautiful. We are designed to be attracted to a beautiful woman. A woman that somehow, aesthetically, is compatible to your expected of sexual needs. But let's go beyond that. The reason you feel that way, that she's so amazing and you want her, is not necessarily because of her, because as we said, you don't know her yet. So why is it? Why is it right from the outset you feel you're in love? Because it is your desire, based on your genetic code, that you're designed to pursue a woman, want to have children with her, want to have a family with her, want to mate with her, which is engraved in your genetic code. No way out. That's how you're built. It's like a seeker. You see it, you go towards it. You won't hardly even think about it. It just meets your aesthetic needs and you go towards her. But that's because you're programmed to desire that sexuality. You're programmed to desire that female. So you're in fact following, and the power that is being unleashed on you to pursue her, it's in fact the power that is motoring you, driving you to fulfill your desire for pleasure. So in fact, you're in love and following your desire. You're in love to fulfill and provide pleasure for your desire. That's your real motivation, yet you transfer that and translate it as if it's the girl that is so high and mighty with high qualities in every aspect of life that you expect your woman to be, your wife to be, that she's actually having all those credentials. She doesn't. Or if she does, you don't know it yet. but yet you're full-fledged onto getting to know her and possibly thinking about marriage and every other things that you could be thinking about that positive relationship. But lo and behold, you are actually following your code to be in love, to fulfill for your desire what the desire wishes, which is pleasure. So you're in fact in love with your desire. You're actually subservient to your desire for pleasure, and that translates into relationship with this woman, or it could be cake that you want that's got a nutritional values. You're not focusing on nutritional values. You are actually remembering that the sugar and what it does to you gives you high and all that. So you're really in love with your desire to get that taste of that cake. So it is your hunger that makes an apple valuable and important. Apple by itself, being in the store and you're passing by with a full tummy, just came out of the restaurant, will not attract you, will not have that kind of a value for you to desire it. It's your hunger that makes the apple valuable and important. It's your desire to satisfy your hunger that makes the apple, that nutritional value thing, so desirable, so pursuable, so important. And the same thing, it is your desire, it is your hunger to mate with her, to get to know her, to go through that experience of relationship and lust and love and so on, whatever that you are genetically coded for, is what really motors you and motivates you to pursue that woman and think that you actually love her and you want to dedicate yourself to her. But in fact, it's not that she's got the power. You are following your desire, and that's where the power to pursue her comes from. Now, if you can separate these two and understand that the reason you are so in love with her and can't live without her and obsessed with her is not her, and it's actually within you, then you understand the red flag is not necessarily always in the girl that you're pursuing that you should be looking for such red flags. The red flag is right here in you, which doesn't allow you to separate who she is and if she's qualified enough and what she's offering for this relationship, between that and what it is that is really motivating you to go after, which is your desire to fulfill the needs and requests of the desire, which is pleasure. So when you realize that the red flag for most of us fall into relationships that is not really suitable for you is not necessarily just them. They may be the wrong choice, but many of them that are the wrong choice, you don't recognize that wrong choice because your motivation is to fulfill your desire. So you won't even get to see all the red flags in her as long as you haven't gotten rid of or having recognized the red flag in you, which is not realizing that the reason that the women are so important to you is your programming, not necessarily their qualities and qualifications, manners and morals and compatibility of them with your consciousness. If you understand these two, you'll have lesser chance to make such big mistakes, which later on would become a hindrance and a very difficult things to get out, while neither one of you would be seriously emotionally hurt. I'll talk to you soon.